Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am going to go through my box of unfinished ephemera and see what might work for stamping on, because I have, oh, that would definitely work, my new stamps actually I haven't really used much of the ones from what is this? This is April. March and April stamp releases is what I've got going on. So I'm going to grab out, I think we could probably cut that down smaller, some pieces that I can stamp on. So mostly painted pieces, because those, or inked pieces like that, work as well. I've also got these little business cards that are just kind of inked up. This one's a little bit bumpy, so I think that one's going to have to do like a fussy cut kind of thing happening on that. I might want to do some of my leaves and cut them out from that one. That might work really well. Ooh, we have that too. Let's see. I know you can't see my box. I could let you see the box. It's not a big deal. Just pulling out a bunch. More than I need. And yes, I'm wearing compression gloves. Because I'm in pain all the time. We'll try a collaged one too. It might be a little bit harder to do on a collaged one. That one kind of already has kind of, I don't know, maybe not that one. Maybe that one? I don't know. Kind of going more for size. Ouch. Than anything. So I did go to the doctor this week and I did get some lab tests done. I'm negative for Lyme, so I know a lot of you will be happy to hear that. It was negative for antibodies too, but I was significantly high on the rheumatoid quantitative factor. So I'm being referred to a rheumatologist doctor. So I'll call on Monday because I got that referral on Friday. So I will call on Monday. Oh, that's kind of a plain one, so that would be good. Oh, that one might be good for gluing one of the fussy cut ones on. That one might too. All right, I think I've got enough to work with here. But no, let's just keep going. There might be more. Let's see. I know, sometimes you're just like, ooh, what's in her to-do box? A lot of things. A lot of things are in my to-do box. I know, a lot of these, I don't know why there's a book. The book is supposed to be on the shelf that was behind the to-do box at some point. That one's a finished ephemera, so that's in the wrong place. That one is just, I think if I want to stamp on that one, it's going to have to be with embossing ink, and I don't really want to bring out the embossing ink today, although anything I do today would be good with embossing ink. That would be a total thing. Oh, that one's good. Yep, I think I got enough. You could stop pulling them out now, Darcy. You really can. I know I can. I just, oh, some plain ones. Ooh, that one might be fun. This is one that was from Patricia and Mariah. Let's pull that one out. Let's see. Well, that one's just kind of plain. That might be fun. Oh, let's just keep. Oh, I got way more than I'm going to be able to make. And I didn't even get to the bottom of the box. All right. So, for light would be nice. It's kind of an overcast day, so I got lots of light coming in the windows because I've got the curtain open. Maybe it's too much light. I don't know. All right, so in March, the stamp release were these leaves, and I was just playing around with a couple that I fussy cut out. This one is this one. Goes like this. Well, it's backwards, but you know. But I cut off the leaf part, and then I was kind of like putting them together to kind of do something fun, and I think that they would make kind of an interesting like tulip kind of a shape. Like if you put the three together, you could do it like that or like that. I don't know, some way. I think they might make an interesting tulipy sort of a shape like that. So even though they're leaves, you can play with them and make other things. Just saying. All right, and then for April, this is April, right? I have a stamp set with these 3. And so these I stamped on some inked paper and then fussy cut them out. These are like fussy cut, like all the way to the edge. And this one I did a kiss cut where I left a little bit of around the edge. And so I think those are sold in a set of 3. And then the other 2, I think are sold individually, but I bought both. I mean, you know, I have to have all my samples. I have to have a sample of everything. Are the peacock squirrels. So I'm going to start with those on some of these cards because find the biggest cards and just kind of stamp that on there. I think will be really cool. So let's start with this orange one. I think I might want to cut the card down a little bit. We'll see. All right, move stuff out of the way. Find the color you want. So orange, I could go black. I could go teal. I could go dark blue. Turquoise, I was thinking. Or I could go like red even. I'd be more of a color on color. So I've got orange somewhere too. Have I used my orange? No, I haven't even opened. What if we do a color on color? Let's see what that would look like. Tone on tone kind of a deal. I just put those on the floor. I will probably wonder what I did with them later. I'm just wondering if I want to do it more like this. Have I opened this yet? No, I did not open this yet. Let's move our pile of stuff out of the way. It's in the way. Don't be so in the way. We'll do a color, a tone on, monochromatic? I don't know what you call it. Words are not my forte, especially right now. So if you don't know, I design stamps and stencils for a family company called PM Artist Studio. And they're at www.pmartiststudio.com. If you have never ordered from them before, you can use the coupon code DarcyFan10 for your first order. After that, you start earning points. There's points at a glance. This is Patricia. This is Mariah. They live stream 4 times a week. Super fun people. I really enjoy them. And they're a really great company to work for and work with. Work with is probably more of the... is really more of how it works, more than work for. They have quite a few designers on their design team, including Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. All right, obviously I have not used this one before because I have just opened it. This bright, I don't know what color it's going to be, but that's all right. It's nice and bright. We'll see how it looks on here. So I've got it inked up all the way. I can see that. I'm going to kind of put it at a little bit of an angle. Just make sure I tap all my edges and the middle. Make sure that gets down in there. Just pressing it, not smushing it down, just kind of pressing it firmly because it's going on paint, which is kind of a non-porous surface, which is not what you want to use the VersaFine Clair on, but I do anyway, and then I just, you know, make it dry. Make it dry. Let it dry. You know, words are hard. All right, that is definitely subtle. I may go over that with another color. And if I can, kind of shadow, like have it be like a shadow. So that was definitely not what I was going for. Unless I was doing it in the background and doing an all over pattern, which totally could have done that. So the peacock swirl feathers were a request by Becky Bokern. She asked me if I would make some stamps to go with my peacock swirl stencil. I was like, yeah, I could do that. So we got 2 of those happening. All right, I don't need to line it up perfectly. I actually don't want to line it up perfectly, but I do want it to be, you know, similar, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how turquoise looks on here. There you go. That's much more standouty. Ooh, and I did get this. Oh my goodness, I did a pretty good job. You can see that tiny bit of an orange shadow in there. So that came out really cool. I don't know if I want to add anything else to it or make it a little bit shorter. We'll see. I'm just going to leave that for now and see what else we have here. We've got this one, which could be a finished, kind of a card, or I could add something else to it. And I think that putting that right there might be just the thing that it needs. It has a little bit of black on it, and it has this green. This will make it black and make it a total focal point. So yeah, I haven't got to make many videos this week. I did have to work, so that's where all the effort went with my hands. By the end of that day, my hands were fine, but in the first part of the day, not so much. And I was like, and I hadn't worked for a while since before my trip. And so for like the first 20 minutes or so, I'm like having a hot flash and I'm like sweating and I'm like, oh my goodness, this hurt my hands. And I got to remember when I'm writing, just stick my thumb out when I'm writing, because my thumb is swollen and my middle finger is swollen. I don't know why. So I just want to make sure it gets on there real good. So there we go. We had that background, and now we have a bit of a focal point on our little journal card. That's fun. I like it. I think that added to it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it added to it? I hope it added to it. Let's see. Oh, we got this little one where one of these would be, that would be perfect size for that. I'll go ahead and do black, because we do have black words, black letters up there and black around that. Helps if you use the ink and not the cover. Just saying. So yeah, an easy way. Oh, I am gonna have to be careful because there is the little ridges from the collage paper. So I will want to take extra care on that part. Oh, it's going off a little bit, but that's okay. On that part of the tag, and just make sure that I press really well where those ridges are. Otherwise I'll end up with like a blank space, and not the kind that Taylor sings about. Was I starting to say something else? I don't know. Anyway, so there we go. That has just, so yeah, I pressed enough so we don't have that white space, like, you know, a blank space between the ridges, which is easy. It's easier to do that with a foam stamp than a silicone stamp, in my opinion. Like when I use silicone stamps, I almost always have that ridge, but when I use the foam stamps, I'm able to press down enough that I don't. And now we have a collage stamp that I think is now finished. I mean, you could even put another little picture on there if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Let's see, what about this one? Do we want to do just straight up and down that one maybe? I know, I feel like I'm wearing gloves. It's weird. But they do help a little bit with the pain. This morning, though, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do any crafting because I woke up in quite a bit of pain. All right, let's see how this one does. In between on these, make sure I focus where the lines are on the paper. And we got a little bit right there. Yeah, right there where it didn't quite, I mean, it sort of did, but, you know, might have missed it just a little bit. But still, looks good, looks good, looks good. All right, these are all upside down now. I can't see what I have if they're upside down. So, yeah, don't forget about your stamps when you're making your ephemera. Something just fell. What just fell? Hello. Ah, a leaf. A leaf has fallen. It's not even fall here, people. Let's see. We did that one and that one. I think we haven't done this one yet. Right, this one. We'll do this one. Ooh, this has got some turquoise in it, though. It's going to be a darker turquoise because this had black on it before. So it'll be affected by the black that was on there before. Kind of go at an angle a little bit just so that I can get most of it on there. We'll miss that little thing at the bottom, but that's okay. I think the only place I have paper is right here. Then you want to make sure you get your middle. Yeah, it's like a teal because of the black and the dark teal, almost Payne's Gray almost, actually. Let's see. So this one, is this the one that we did? Yep. Is this the bigger one? I want the bigger one. Where's the bigger one? This one goes out. Oh, yeah, I think that's the one I want. Gonna do the, well, it's called, it's Versifine Clair Warm Breeze, but it's kind of a turquoise. It's hard to tell in the pictures. Sometimes it looks more blue than turquoise. I'm gonna have it go this way, I think, so that it's almost like the top of this has got little sprays of blue coming out there. I think that might be kind of cool. And it still had some black on there, so it's going to be that black, you know, the really dark. Not quite. Well, we'll see. I never know what it's going to be. Actually, it looks pretty black. You would not know that I used teal on the turquoise on it at all. But it looks really good with that background. So get yourself some inky backgrounds and use your stamps on them, especially if you have fun stamps like these. I mean, I'm not biased at all. I might be a little bit biased. That one's a little bit big for that. So these are like three, they're sort of different. Like there's, let's see, where's, this one is a little bit, these two are similar in size. This one's a little bit smaller, which is nice because sometimes you want something that's a little bit smaller. And we'll just keep using the Warm Breeze until it actually becomes a warm breeze. So I'm just kind of pressing it firmly, trying not to smush it too much. But then on where the paper is right there, I'm kind of pressing a little bit extra there. And I think they're good. Yep, that's kind of a Payne's Gray almost. Let's see. This one. Oh, we haven't done any of these, have we? Oh, also, if you wanted to, you could even just have it be, you could have it kind of be background and go totally off the page if you wanted it to. This one might like just fit, but it could be more background. I am going to go where the page goes across right there. Do I have any other places where the page goes across? I don't think that was it. So it goes off a little bit, but still looks good. It's good, it's good, it's good. Oh, this one will be really cool. Do the turquoise. Do I want that one? Or do I want this one? No, I think I want this one. I like this one. I'm just going to put it right like that. This is just a piece left from when I did a bunch of experiments. If you look up on my playlist, Maker's Creative Collab Bring on the Blooms, you can see where I made these papers. I need to do that again soon. Just play on the plate with all the different mediums and get some really, really cool stuff. So, because you just get some really cool backgrounds with what I was doing. All right, what about this yellow one? So far, I think this is my favorite one just because it kind of covers a lot of the stamp. I never know until I actually get the stamp and see how it stamps what I'm going to like. Because you just never know. You never know. But having like these pieces on hand with some mixed media in the background and some stamping, mark making and stenciling and stamping in the background just gives you something really nice to play with. To use. I'm probably cut off the tops and make that a tag. Let's see. What if I go ahead and do more kind of a background, like now, if I don't want these to overlap, I could kind of put them on paper and make masks out of them. Like, I'll have to show you now, won't I? Let's see. Let me find a piece of paper, first off. Nope, not that. So, when I'm talking about a mask, I mean just kind of like take your piece, stamp it on just scrap paper, and cut it out. And then once it's cut out, I can use that as a mask over where I just stamped, because because I don't want to overlap that with the other pieces. And then I can just kind of overlap the other pieces over that. In different ways and whatnot. And then that just gives it a really cool background. Like I probably would add a little bit more too. Just need a little bit more. Why? Why you hate me? Why you hate me, cards falling all over my desk? Or just kind of, you know, meet it up so you don't have to then worry about if you had it or not. Where's the other one? It's this one. So that just gives it kind of an overall background, adding to the, it's just adds to it, makes it kind of cool. So yeah, you could definitely use the leaves as background stamps, and if you don't want to overlap them, you just make masks out of them and do it that way. And then say you just wanted to bring in something. So this is where, you know, putting them on another piece and fussy cutting them then helps them to stand out on whatever it is. Actually, that doesn't look bad there, does it? I might even want to use like a little number or ticket or something. Ow. Let's see. What do we have? Got this little number 9, or we've got some of Louise's fun bits. That might work. We'll do that. That's from Louise's. Got all these labels that she did a couple months or so ago. Oh, there's even some with that color background. That actually. Let me see what that one will look like. She did some cool things with her labels when she had them. I like the round one. I may just keep the round one. But what was interesting about this one is that it's got this color in here, which is similar to this color, and it's got the color from the background. But I'm actually pretty happy with that one. Just going to glue those down. I'm hoping that the more I use my hands, the less they'll hurt, and I'll get to use them more. We'll see. I'm hoping I won't have to wait too long to see the doctor, the arthritis doctor. There we go. Here's another tag, just starting with the base from an unfinished box. Let's see, we were going to make this one more interesting too somehow, right? So we've got a little pocket here. These are on a little bit heavier paper, so they could stick out from the pocket, potentially. And we could do kind of, I mean, you could have your feather go that way. It wouldn't really matter that much. I think either way, it's going to give it interest. Label, maybe a label. Maybe that's what we need. Ooh. Like that, but not, well, I don't hate the teal and the blue, but what else do we have that might be more in keeping with the blue? Maybe nothing. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, you want to see what's in here? I don't know why I like those circle ones, but I do. Okay. put it upside right. Might be nice. Yeah, these labels that Louisa Heinzel, oh, she's got a store on Etsy. Can't remember the name of it. I'll try to link it below. She had these labels that she used, like she got this like file cabinet or something like that. And it had some really cool things. Maybe I don't want to use that. Where'd my leaves go? I have these leaves. Maybe I just want to kind of have a leaf coming out. Where's my other leaves? Didn't I have 2 more like these? Similar-ish? I don't know, why not? That's kind of cool. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. Maybe we'll look more like a... It's alright if I cover up. See, that's the only thing is... Yeah, I think that might work. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this kind of glued together. Yeah, I had to like... Fortunately, my dad was home and awake because my son was asleep when I took my pills this morning. I was like, can you open this for me? Because usually my husband's home, but he's at work on Sundays and Mondays. So those are the 2 days where I have to find somebody else to help me open my medication. Fun times. It is not so fun, but you know. All right, I'm just trying to get it in there so that my little thumb notch is still poking out a little bit. So, some different ways to use your stamps. And finally, this plain, boring pocket is not so plain and boring anymore. I'm going to come and have it come off of there a little bit. I'm not going to cut it off because I usually leave a border around my pockets anyway, and I don't mind if that is sticking off the pocket a little bit. So it kind of looks like a vintage tulip sticking out of there, kind of, sort of. I think the leaves come in a set of 3. So, you know, you'll be able to play. And these feathers come in a set of 3. And then these, you could buy 1 or you could buy 2. Did I buy any other stamps? Yeah, I did. I bought this one set that I think is going to be really fun to play with in mark making. So, they're not mine. These are like Patricia and Mariah's. One of them is missing. They're supposed to be, I think there's 4. And that one is, I think it's 4. It's called Seaside Volume 1. Nautilus and Sea Rocks. I thought there was another Nautilus, but I might be. I had these upstairs. And then I carried them downstairs in my wonky fashion of trying to walk without. Oh, did I mention also like the balls of my feet hurt? So just walking hurts. Everything hurts. It's a pain. All right, so let's see. What have we done today so far? We've just stamped on. Not perfect stamping. That's okay. I'm not a perfect stamper. That's all user error. The stamps actually work really nicely. This one and this one. I will finish these off and, you know, make some of them into tags and ink them if they haven't been inked. This one, I like the rough edges, so that I will just keep just like this. I think that one's perfect. This one, I think it's fine just how it is. Got a little rough edge over here. I like that. I may ink around the edges. This one, let's see. I think I'll turn it into it, make it into a tag. And then what I tend to do when I have a lot of space on the top is I would either put a quote or something, or a lot of times what I do is I just take my European tag punch and put that at the top. And that takes care of some of the, might put it down a little bit more than I usually do. And that just kind of, and then I'll put it on there crooked, and that will drive me insane. So, what I will do when that happens is, let's see if that's at like, let's do 1.5. All right, so if that's in the middle, 1.5 be in the middle. I know, super precise here. I need it to be more in the middle, which also means that now I get to kind of fix this and hope that it's gonna drive me nuts. But I think it's all right. At least it's in the middle now. There's that. I wish there was an easier way to make that thing in the middle, but no matter what I do, it never seems to be in the middle. I don't know. It's kind of bugging me. All right, I gotta fix the top. Oh wait, do you want to know how I fix the top? Well, I would probably take the side that I like the angle of more and hope that I can match that up over here. All right, make that straight or you're not gonna be able to line it up, lady. There we go. And then what I hope I can do is line that up on this side. Oh, small problem. This one's bigger. So we're just gonna do that and then flip it over and cut this side to match that side, even though I like this side better. That's just sometimes the way it goes. So now they should match up better, hopefully. Hope springs eternal. So yeah, that's what I usually like to use that. If there's like a lot of space up here and I don't know. Hopefully it looks all right. It still looks low in my brain. In the camera, it looks perfectly fine in the camera. It's my eyeballs down here that are having issues. Oh, and I bought myself another one of these because I cut up my old one and I still wanted one that was the whole size. And I got one of Carrie's sketchy circles, the closed in ones. And I couldn't remember if I'd gotten it or not. And I saw him using it the other day and I'm like, oh man, I hope I got that. And I did. So yeah, there you go. There's my, oh, here's the other one. I knew there was another one. There, these are fun. I think these would be fun to use as mark making stamps. These little Stompy Rocks and Nautilus. Some of the first stamps that they made. Let's just do it in the bit of Stompy Rocks on here. Nope, barely shows because my ink must be dying. It's dying. But if you like swirls, this is a fun stamp. Because even though it says Nautilus, it just comes out as a swirl when you put it down. Loving it. My ink pad is obviously needs some ink. Obviously. I had other pieces here. Where are they? Oh, probably should do black on that one. Black. Or really dark brown, but this one's kind of cool. It's got the little so these are great for mark making in the background, and it's got the little circles is what I was trying to say, and so I could even come in and add some of the bigger circles. Just kind of here and there and random. All right, so when I don't want like the edges of the stamp showing and I want a little bit more distressed, that's what I do. I kind of put the piece down onto the stamp. And that makes an interesting background. Which we then could, this is a little bit small for it, but then you could take, you know, one of your focal points or a stamped piece that you made and put it on there. But even take this whole piece put it on there and have that be a background and make it just like a bigger, adds like some color to it. Also, since this is really plain, I could also add ink to that if I wanted to. Did I show everything that I've made? Oh, here's this one. All right, so that is that for today. That is my my PM Artist Studio haul, as well as my introduction to the stamps that I've created. Oh my goodness, this is perfect for these, isn't it? That's super subtle in the background, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, these little Nautilus stamps are fun for mark making backgrounds. And I can't believe I hadn't gotten them before now. I'm going to have fun with them, I can tell. Even if you're not doing oceany things, I think they're still fun. Especially that Stompy Rocks one is nice and randomy thing to add. Look at that. Isn't that fun? All right. I hope you guys have a delightful day. I'm about to have a hot flash, so I'm going to go now. Love you guys. Bye.